You are listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZWLP Conroe and 106.1 KZCCLP Conroe and worldwide on irlonestar.com.
Good morning, Montgomery County. It is Wednesday, and it is Montgomery County Lifestyle with Nathan Arizotti on Lone Star Community Radio, Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, or the World Wide Web at irlonestar.com. Hey, folks, it's good to be here. It's good to be back in the studio. Wasn't here last Friday. Effervescent young lady, Christy Leggett, was my guest host.
She did a wonderful job.
Oh, dude, let me tell you what. I was listening. I was at a doctor appointment with my dad and mom, and I'm in the waiting room, and I've downloaded the app, and I've got it real quiet because, you know, you're in a waiting room, and it's mainly old people. And, of course, their phones go off, and you hear all the craziest ringers, you know. And then they talk on the phone in the waiting room, and everybody can hear their business, but I didn't want to be that way, so I had it turned down real quiet. And every now and then I just busted out laughing, man. It was fun. You helped them out so much. Christy said you really helped them out, dude.
She was a little nervous there at the beginning, but she opened up like a flower. She was good.
Well, and that's the thing. I want her to more often come in and be with me and help interview people, talk about people. I want her to bring some of the organizations that she's worked with over the years, and talk about stuff, because she's good and people like her, and she's got her own personal story of highs and lows, and she's just a real person. She truly cares about the community, and that's what this show hopefully is about. That's the kind of guest that I try to bring on, and that's she's just, I think she's a part of it. And then since I'll be walking the once we figure out next Wednesday, once we figure out, you know, my dad's treatments and stuff like that, we'll be doing the MD Anderson thing in the Woodlands. So it's much better than going downtown, but, you know, things will come up, things will happen. So I want her to be able to step in and feel comfortable and be able to whip special guests that like my guest today. I won't tell you who it is yet. You know, I did last night, but I won't tell you today, because he gets out of line. He gets rowdy, and you got to have, you know, stuff to be able to say, dude, lighten up. I'm cutting off your mic, you know, and she could do that. She's done that to me. But anyway, so hey, folks, it's Wednesday, and like I said, it's good to be back. I want to thank everybody for your support of the show. I want you to thank you for your support of Montgomery County Lifestyle, and I want to thank you deeply for the support of me and my family. It's been a rough 2 months. It's been ridiculous. It just doesn't make sense. But at the same time, as so many people have reached out to help us with the different medical issues and the death of my father-in-law, it's made me think more about others, and it's made me draw closer to my walk with God. And I got a long way to go on being good about it, but better. And it's probably made other people feel good. We feel good when we worry about other people. We feel good when we help other people. So that's why my dad's looking at it. He said, you know, God evidently wants me to somehow, my illness, bring people closer to him. And that's the way he's looking at it. So anyway, so folks, thank you very much. Now, a couple of things. We're going to take a quick break in a minute. But before we do that, I want you to know I'm going to bring on the guest. He's awesome. He's a singer. He's a songwriter. He is an entrepreneur. He's a dad. He's a husband. He is, and when I say entrepreneur, he is a newfound fledgling business that started off, two of them. He just, you know, hey, yo, what's up? You know what I mean? Bato Local Forever Homes. He's going to tell us what he did. He started off just doing something as a hobby, kind of, for his wife, and it's turned into a cool deal. So we'll let him tell you about that. The other thing I want to let you know is when we come back, I'm going to ask you guys to say a prayer for Cam Hutchins' family. So many people in this county, in this state, know Cam Hutchins. He was an incredible man. He was an incredible father, husband, so community-minded, supported elected officials that he felt were integrity driven and he felt truly cared about their community. He had about a 1.5-year battle with cancer, and he went to be with Jesus this morning, and he's not hurting anymore. His family's hurting, naturally, and his close friends and family are. So I dedicate this show today to Cam and his family, and just take care of your own family. Take care of yourself. Take care of those around you. And then say a prayer for Cam's family. Cam is in heaven. There's no doubt about that. The family knows it. He knows it. Vicky knows it. So now we have to rally around the family. We need to rally around his children, his wife. Arrangements were pre-planned with Conroe Funeral Directors. So Stephanie Powell and Conroe Funeral Directors will be letting us know what's going on. Look at Montgomery County Lifestyle and my own personal page, and I will let you all know, because I know there's a lot of people that have texted me already this morning, want to know what they can do. I don't know. Once we find out what you can do, we'll let you know. So when we come back, folks, I want you to listen to Mr. Josh Fuller. He's going to sing a special song just for Cam and your family. You're listening to Lone Star Community Radio, Montgomery County Lifestyle, Nathan Erzatti, and we'll be right back.
Our talk shows and music shows are looking for sponsors. Want to expand your brand awareness? Reach the hyper-local audience in Montgomery County? Lone Star Community Radio sponsorships accomplish this. Want to see our stats and rates? Check out ourlonestar.com/sponsor for more information. Or call in and leave us a message at 936-647-3776 with your questions. Get seen on TV, YouTube, and heard on our podcast, FM, and internet radio. Support your local radio station with Lone Star Community Radio.
All right, folks, we're back. You're listening to Montgomery County Lifestyle with Nathan Erzatti. I want you to pay attention to what you're fixing to hear. This is Mr. Josh Fuller, singer, songwriter, entrepreneur, friend to me, friend to the community. Vicky and your family, this is in honor of Cam Hutchins.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. And I once was lost, oh, now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. And 'twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. And I once was lost, oh, now I'm found. was blind, but now I see.
Thank you, Josh.
Hey, my pleasure.
Cam, we love you. You'll be missed. Somebody said it best this morning. They said he was the best out of all of us. And he was. So, hey, dude, thanks for being here today.
Hey, I'm glad to be here.
It's been a while.
I guess it
Last
has.
time, it was you
flies.
and somebody else. Who was it?
Well, it
Was
was me the last time I was here.
No, but I mean, was it you and Christy were in here together? Or?
No, Christy wasn't here. Who was I
Who
in
was
here
it?
with?
That's what I'm saying. It was.
Oh, good Lord. Oh, it was me and Lloyd Sandifer for Fire Up the Band.
That's what it was. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. So, okay. So, singer, songwriter, husband, dad, entrepreneur, friend. What else? What did I miss?
Entertainer.
Entertainer,
Yeah. Oh, there. Yeah, I do that too.
stand-up comedian,
I like to sit down when I tell jokes.
sit-down comedian. Okay, yeah, there you go.
Yes.
I'm
All
on
right.
a roll today.
No,
that
now
was
we're
for
getting
Eric
started.
Estes. Do you
Now
know
we're
who
getting
Eric
started.
Estes is? No, that's right. No, most people don't know who Eric Estes is.
Okay.
His wife does, but she's a model.
Well, there you go.
So she has to know. But
Yeah.
he's listening.
Okay. Well, hello. How
Yeah.
are you?
His wife Candace will be on the show tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
but he won't be.
Okay.
He wanted to come along, and I said no. I'll call the cops.
Yeah, because you just want to be in the room with the model.
The
I get it.
model.
I get it.
I
Yeah.
mean, you get it. I mean,
Why
it's nothing
wouldn't you?
inappropriate because there's cameras everywhere.
Right.
But
Everywhere? I only see two.
1, 2, 3. You don't count well, do
Oh,
you?
no, I guess I don't. Oops. Oopsie daisy.
We got a fourth one back here too.
Yeah. So talk to us, man. What's
Okay.
going on? Tell us who is Josh Fuller, dude?
Oh man, I don't know who I am anymore. I'm still finding that out. But there's a lot going on as far as music wise. I'm doing a lot more of the songwriting thing, and I'm trying to kind of get my name out there and more established as a songwriter.
Right.
Last few years, 20, I've been out there trying to just kind of make it, man. I'm gonna make it, and I think now, as I'm spending more time with my kids and more time with my family, and I've got other things going on, I like the idea of not necessarily traveling the whole world. If someone asks me, "Hey, Josh, you want to travel the whole world? We'll pay for it." I'd be like, "Yeah, I do." But at the moment, that's not one of the options on the table. And so I think if I can write my songs, maybe get some other people to sing them for me, and continue to craft that skill, because it's definitely not something that you ever master. It's just something that you try to master your whole life. And while I do that, I'm a very artistic minded person. So I'm doing woodworking, of course. Most of the people that know you know that. And I'm getting really serious about it. I've had some conversations with people that have put some really good ideas into my head. And when the opportunities, aka money, shows up that I can expand and do what I really want to do, then I think it'll be a really cool avenue for me to express my creativity and also help some people out with the idea that I have as far as preserving some precious memories. So that'll be cool. And but I don't want to give it away too much right now. Go to my Facebook page, add me as a friend, and then just keep up with me, because then eventually, as I progress, there'll be a new page for my furniture making business. And there'll be a couple different avenues. There'll be stuff that you can buy at a store. There'll be stuff that you'll special order, and it'll just be special to you and your family. And then I'm also venturing into the land of multimedia marketing and making commercials for small businesses. So I know there's several small businesses that listen to the show. If you would like a cheap alternative to making commercials and voiceover work, let me know.
Well, and that's what we talked about. I wanted to get you to do my show intros and stuff like that.
Right.
I wanted you to talk with Jake, and I told Dick about it too, that you wanted to be able to do voiceovers and
Yep.
and build that craft and build that business and build a portfolio and
Yep.
I
mean, this is some delicious water, by the way. If you're thirsty, drink water.
I was
It's
just about
that
to compliment
easy.
you.
Oh my God!
You
I'm
have
so
a great
thirsty
voice
now.
for it.
I'm so thirsty now. I wasn't, but now I need to hydrate.
Hey, what's the name of the place right next door that made this delicious cup of coffee for me?
Conroe Coffee.
Conroe Coffee is right there on the label. That is a delicious cup of coffee. They did accuse me of smuggling a Tommy gun in my guitar case. So
Yeah, she did, didn't she?
I did not, though.
She said, "Excuse me, sir, is that a Tommy
Is that at Thompson?
Thompson?" That's right. Well,
So after
we
you
thought Tommy.
after you left, though, she said I had to ask because I had a friend that used to, when I worked at a gun store, and this guy would come in with a Tommy gun in a guitar case, and so I was right in saying only Thompson I know is a gun. So we were on the right page. We just didn't realize we were on the same page. I was reading left to right. She was reading right to left.
Sure, that was probably a gun-toting girl over there, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Was it Leah, the British-speaking woman?
No, it wasn't Leo.
No, it wasn't Leah.
It was a new girl I've never met before.
Say something in British for me. What's a British speaking?
Well, you know, she got the British accent.
Her name is
Hello,
Leo.
Puppet.
Hello, Leo.
That's one of those examples where you're supposed to say, "I'm gonna take your microphone away from you, Josh."
Yeah.
But
Oh, so Eric says, "Thank God he wants you to do my intros." See, Eric is he's a troublemaker.
I like your voice better, man.
So $9.95.
You hear how I got nice and low when I said that? Just
$9.95 to Nateco. But wait, if you act right now, you also get.
There you go.
Oh, so
We'll double your
woodworking.
order.
So, and here's what I forgot. I need to get with you. I got to run when we're done here. But we can pull things up, videos, pictures on my computer, and then it'll come
And
up.
put it into the fancy little video box.
So when it
Yeah.
comes up on YouTube, you'll see it. When it's on Channel 12 Suddenlink, you'll see it.
All right.
So we can talk about your woodwork.
Yeah.
Maybe, you lose your voice today, but we've got a video of you singing another time or something, and we can show the.
Brilliant. Technology is amazing.
Yep.
Or I'm sure you have recording studio type stuff at home.
And at home, I do. Yes.
Yes. So if you wanted to do voice recordings at home,
I can use that fancy thing called the email
that's right.
or Dropbox or Google Drive or whoever wants to pay me to say their name.
There you go. Oh God. Okay, so tell us a little bit. Well, before we get let's go away from this a minute. What is going on Saturday if we don't have a monsoon?
Well, if I'm not floating away, me and the boys are going to be doing a street party here in front of Crichton Theater. I'm guessing right here, over there, one block over.
A free street party.
Street party.
We're gonna
Bring
go-
the children.
Yep, right
Bring
there
the
at
raincoat.
at the what
The
do you call it?
boulevard.
Right here.
Yeah.
Is where we're going to block it off,
Right.
and then on the corner.
Yep. And
And
then BJ Thomas is going to play a show that night, and it's going to be amazing. But before then, for the people that can't get into the BJ Thomas show, which should be everybody can get in, but for those who can't,
Yep.
come
It's-
out and get some free entertainment from me.
6 to 7:30.
Yes.
Mr. Josh Fuller
I'm learning all this for the first time too, y'all. Don't worry.
will be entertaining us. Street closure, food truck, beer, wine, soft drinks, and water. And if it does rain, then we're going to move you underneath the marquee. And if it's raining too hard and that's not good, then we'll move you inside or something.
Yeah.
We had a meeting last night just in general, and that's what it Sounds of Texas, folks. Sounds of Texas Music Series, which is put on by the Friends of Conroe, and so that's why I'm saying I'm part of the Friends of Conroe.
And I'm not opposed to playing on the big stage in there either.
I bet you're not. I bet you're not.
Just gotta ask. I mean, just
Well-
give me 2 nudges.
And you know what? You've got an incredible past, and you've done a lot of good stuff. But I got to ask you, who's the biggest person you ever opened up for before?
Well, I don't. How much? I don't know how to answer it. I may have said I hadn't opened for the biggest person yet, but I have opened for a lot of people. And I think what it's funny to me because I get kind of in the moment. I'm just like, okay, cool, I'm doing my job, and so I don't think about it as that.
Right.
But then I kind of gauge the reaction of the people around me that want to know, man, how come you're not more excited because you're opening for X? And I think that one would have to be Charlie Daniels.
Oh, cool.
And we ended up doing it twice in 1 year. We did it at the Spring Crawfish Festival, and then when the Redneck Country Club in Stafford opened their inside stage, he was the first band to play inside, and we were lucky enough to open for him. And I say Charlie has a huge band, huge band. And by the time everything was all set up and done, my band had to set up outside, and I had to open acoustic inside because there just wasn't any room on the stage. But Charlie Daniels was definitely, as far as being a kid and growing up and hearing all his music forever, and just really like, man, that guy has had some longevity. But I've gotten to, as far as legends go, I've gotten open for Johnny Lee and Doug Stone and Rick Trevino and Tracy Bird, all those guys. I've gotten open for all those guys, mostly because of my relationship with the RCC, because they're bringing all those older, I hate to say older, all those legendary guys back
Experienced.
through. Experienced, legendary, seasoned, well-tenderized people back through, and I got to open for a lot of them back a couple years ago, and so now, I mean, who knows, man? I opened for Luke Bryan when Luke Bryan only had one song out, and I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that because I think I'm bragging. I'm saying, you never know who's gonna be the next big deal. Hell, me and Cody Johnson used to play open mics at Toots right down the road, and Josh Ward and Scooter Brown. I mean, we all play together. You don't know who's gonna just take off. So the biggest person I've opened for, I may have already opened for him, and they're just not big enough yet to brag about. I don't know. So,
did you ever think you'd be open for BJ Thomas? I mean, that's kind of
that's
cool.
pretty awesome. Yeah, and I gotta thank Sarah for hooking that deal up. I mean, that's anytime you get to play with somebody that has really put a footprint into the concrete of what is our musical history. That's just pretty amazing, you know. So I'm excited.
Well, it's going to be, like I said, 6 to 7:30 outside. Folks, if the weather turns bad on us, we're still going to have a party. And it's free. It's free for anybody. It's kid-friendly. We're going to have beer, wine, soda, soft drinks that you can purchase. A food truck out there. I forgot the name of it. It's a taco-type truck that can do things real fast, so it's not going to be a long wait. And then the tickets you can get inside for BJ Thomas is, what am I thinking with? Okay. BJ Thomas, it's an intimate evening with BJ Thomas.
Intimate
evening. Doors are going to open at 8. Show starts at 8:30.
You know, I heard maybe this is probably common knowledge, maybe. I don't know. But we went to a thing when I was a kid. I was 18. My family did this thing. As a matter of fact, that's the only reason I'm a singer today. But we went to this thing. It was a family retreat, Christian-based kind of deal. And they said intimacy, and they were using the word intimacy a lot. And they said, do you know what intimacy means? And it's into me, see. And so I was like, huh. So when I hear the word intimate or intimacy, I'm always thinking, I always think about that. It's like, that's the definition is for you to have a chance to see into me and what is me. It's pretty cool.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool.
It's deep.
It's funny what we, hold on to,
Yeah.
memory-wise.
It's too deep. We'll move on. Bring it back up. That was too dang deep.
No, that was cool. So it'll be an hour and a half or more of just BJ and his band.
Yeah.
We're not going to have an intermission this time. We're not going to have, a pre-band inside or anything like that. So it's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome.
And you still got a chance to get tickets.
I do? Sweet.
Well, you do. Anybody. CrichtonTheater.org. Go get them now. Wait, hey, there you go. Plug it. Your voice.
What was it again?
Crichton. An intimate evening with BJ Thomas. CrichtonTheater.org.
An intimate evening. Yeah, can't do it. Say you've got too much pressure on me. An intimate evening with BJ Thomas at Crichton Theater. Go to CrichtonTheater.org for tickets.
First take.
We can
first
splice
take.
that. We'll splice it. Just
Isn't this
splice
guy
that together.
fun? Hey, we'll be taking a break in about a minute or two. It's the half-hour break, weather and traffic and sponsors. By the way, folks, if you're thinking about getting involved in your community, get a hold of Lone Star Community Radio, whether it's my show or another show. Think about sponsoring community information, community music. There's great music shows on here, different styles, different varieties. There's a lot of different talk shows. None of them, right, Josh, are as effervescent as mine, however.
Right.
But
That's a big word. You went to college.
yeah. But they're all great shows. It's content. It's about community radio. So if you're interested, get a hold of Dick over here at Lone Star Community Radio and check out some of the sponsorship opportunities. But so we'll have some sponsors playing that, maybe someday you'll do the voiceovers for them.
Cool.
So when we come back, what are we going to talk about, Josh? This is your time to tell people about you.
My time to tell people about me. I don't know. Maybe we can talk about just baseball and kids
do it.
and dreams and whatever. We can talk about the fact that ESPN's going to be wishing they just started calling the dude Bob.
All right, folks, you got Josh Fuller in the studio with me today, Jake the engineer. He's also got a sports talk radio show that'll be up at 1 o'clock today. So come back and listen to him. This is Lone Star Community Radio, Montgomery County Lifestyle with Nathan Arizadi. We'll be right back.
Lone Star Community Radio is looking for those who are interested in hosting their own talk show, with monthly and weekly slots available on Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the station message line at 936-647-3776.
All righty, folks, we are back. Nathan Arizadi of Montgomery County Lifestyle on Lone Star Community Radio. I just kind of lost my mind there for a minute. We got Josh Fuller in the house.
Howdy, howdy.
And we got Jake the Engineer Sports Dude in the house. Woo! And you know what, folks? I got to say this. I got to make a disclaimer. If all the history of the South, the North, the slavery, if that offends somebody out there who has that historical tie, then you have the right to feel offended. You have the right to be hurt of what this country went through in slavery and stuff like that. So what we're fixing to talk about is not choosing a side. It's just what's in the news and what we think is kind of getting crazy. So you guys were joking about Bob. Let's go back to that for a minute, because then I had no idea. I don't watch TV anymore.
It's sports related. We might.
It is sports related.
So start from the beginning for people who don't. I don't watch TV. I got rid of my cable. I've got an antenna, and I get like, a dozen channels.
So Robert Lee is a broadcaster for the University of Virginia's ESPN station, essentially. He does mainly football, but he's also done various other sports, but his main focus is football. ESPN relieved him of all duties at the current moment of time due to the controversy of his name and surrounding everything that is going on in society right now, and the fact that his name somewhat remotely relates to Robert E. Lee. But if you go and you look up who Robert Lee is, this is a young, probably late 20s to maybe 31, I would say max, Asian gentleman. And he has no white, as far as I can tell, he has no white heritage in him at all. And so it's quite a, it's quite a bold statement.
It's a stretch.
I've got him on I wish I'd have hooked it up so I could link it and show the picture. He looks like Jason from Next Door Conroe Coffee with hair.
Yeah. And maybe
he looks like Jason.
Maybe
from
like
Conroe
20
Coffee.
pounds lighter, too.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry,
but this
Jason.
guy looks nice. Jason's got that mean. Jason was like a.
That's a big dude.
Yeah.
He's going to come busting through the wall like Kool-Aid
He was
Man.
military man.
Jason was hardcore. Yeah, he could kill you with a number 2 pencil in 3 seconds. I'm telling you.
We'll give him a number 3.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing.
This is, oh my God. So they fired him because his name is Robert
Now,
Lee.
I didn't read deep enough into it to know if they fired him or if they just kind of relieved him of that duty so he's not on camera.
So,
but
if you click at the clickbait, it says fired, but I believe I read that they just relieved him of all of his duties at the current moment. So I think he's still getting
Out of
paid, but I
sensitivity.
don't think he's, out of sensitivity, I don't think he's actually doing any work for them.
Oh, it says ESPN says he's been reassigned
To
from broadcasting the season opener against William and Mary. Wow.
yeah, that's
We collectively made the decision with Robert to switch games as the tragic events in Charlottesville were unfolding, simply because of the coincidence of his name.
that meeting should have gone. Can we call you Bob? Yeah, man, call me Bob. I just want to get a paycheck.
yeah, whatever you want to do, whatever you have to do.
You guys want ratings? I want a paycheck. Call me Bob. Because what's gonna happen. Well, I say what's gonna happen. The world doesn't work the way I was raised that it was gonna work when I grew up. But what's gonna happen is, one, Robert's gonna go with the flow until it ain't good enough, and then he'll go ahead and he'll just talk to a lawyer and see what else he can get out of it. But then you have, I think the people that are sick of hearing all this crap are gonna not watch ESPN for it. And that's the only way. That's all we can do, right? We vote with our dollars. We vote with our dollars, our viewership, our listenership, whatever we do. That's all we can do to really say, hey, this isn't going to work anymore. And hopefully, that's what it takes. And maybe we'll find out we're wrong. Maybe everybody else is like, yeah, they should have took Robert off the air. And then we'll be sitting there going, okay, well, I guess ESPN's fine and it's me. But I don't think that'll be the case.
No.
But if we vote with our dollars, vote with our listenership and our viewership, then those things we don't like anymore, maybe they'll start going away.
But
I don't know.
This move by ESPN is such a perfect example of how our society overreacts to everything, and it's just so amazing.
We're very reactive and not proactive.
Exactly.
Ever.
Exactly.
Yep.
And you look at some of the people, not just the statue, the South thing. I'm talking about anything. It's gotten to where now the vocal minority is silencing the silent majority because there's this many people support it, but they don't want to get in trouble. They don't. Oh, don't yell at me. I'm scared. And because he who screams the loudest. You know the old thing about the squeaky
wheel.
Yeah. Well, that's what it is. Now we're not squeaking, we're screaming. And well, today's not a day. The show's dedicated to Cam Hutchins. I'm not going to go with what I almost said, but I'll just leave it at this. It's the same in the political world. Not everybody's who you think they are. So you scream as loud as you can. So that it throws you off and people are like, "Oh, don't go there."
And look, if it's a news, it's on TV, it's a show. The drama is where the money's at. So we're not getting all the info. We're getting what they want to get to get the drama. And if you just step outside and hug your neighbor, shake your neighbor's hand, you'll see what the real America still is. I mean, on Eclipse Day, I made a new friend just because I was out there with my redneckified PVC pipe it was a PVC pipe with a end of a plastic cup with a hole poked through it. And I'm sitting on the tailgate of my truck, and I see the thing, and a lady drove by. She's like, "That's the most ingenious thing I ever saw." And she and I talked for about 30 minutes. Just go out and hug your neighbor, love your neighbor, and you'll see the world isn't that bad. Turn your TV off for a little bit. And also look at the people closest to you, which is, again, what the show, it comes back to what this show is about. You know, the community loved Cam. And that's not something you're going to see on the news. They're not going to see, hey, beloved member of a community passes away after a long life of giving back and doing his thing. And those are the kind of things you don't see on TV. So you don't know that, hey, you know what? America really is still about that.
Yep.
It's just, it frustrates me to no end. When I watch the news, it's usually on mute, and I'm watching the ticker for anything breaking that I need to see. Other than that, I try to just I don't know, if it's in my circle, I make sure I do my job to take care of it. A football team can't score a touchdown if everybody doesn't do their job. We as a community can't do our job if we don't all do our own job.
You're exactly right on the media side of it too. As far as I call him a friend, but we're just glorified acquaintances. Marcelino Benito, KHOU Channel 11, good dude. He has covered a couple of stories that I've sent to him. I've asked him to get involved in that were human interest, that were the cool stories, and a couple he couldn't. But, well, a lot more he couldn't. But he told me, he said, "I don't get enough of these stories, and I want to be able to give back and do some of these stories. However, these aren't the kind that I normally get or normally have to cover." So maybe I'm reading into it, but that feel-good story, you're going to have a few people go, "Oh, dude, oh, that's cool, that veteran, y'all helped out." But when he's out there covering a riot or he's covering a fire, everybody's going, "Oh my God, did you see?
Yep.
And I get it to a point, but we glorify some of the nastiness. We glorify
all.
Well, it's from a mass communications background, it's the car accident effect. When you drive by on a freeway, you see a car accident, you almost just, you can't help but look. And you know, it's just, that's what sells, and that's what news companies go after. They go after that car effect, and they know that if you see the disaster, you're going to watch it more than if you see two bunnies hugging on the side of a road. Which I don't know why two bunnies would be hugging, but
okay, guys, ladies and gentlemen, holy Moses, disclaimer: Nathan Arizati and Montgomery County Lifestyle do not know what Jake is drinking.
That reminds me of a great
We
joke.
do not know if maybe he inhaled and said he didn't. I do not know. Did you have a brownie with green flakes in it? For
no,
breakfast?
this Diet Coke's a little strong this morning.
Two bunny. Eric, did you get that? Eric Estes.
I don't know where that came
Two
from.
bunnies hugging on the side of the road, and you want to give me a hard time? I mean, folks, just so you'll know, Eric Estes is probably the biggest, bestest supporter of me in this show. That's why he's allowing his model wife to come on tomorrow. He's not allowed, but two bunnies.
Maybe bunny hugging is a sports reference that we just don't get because we're laymen. and he's a sports guy.
Is there a bunnyhugger.com?
Do not look that up.
If you are at
Do not
work,
Google
please
that.
do not look that up. Lone Star Community Radio did not tell you to look that up.
Oh, gosh. Okay. Hey, guys, I needed this day. I needed this laugh. You guys have no idea. Josh and Jake, you got to check out Josh. Go to his Facebook page. Check him out. Music, woodwork. Jake the engineer. Cool dude. Great dude here. Probably the best asset this place has been given in a long time. And Sports Talk Radio at 1. So, okay, so we're going to move along from Bob. What else are we
Move
going to
along
talk
from
about?
Bob. Yeah. What happened?
What else are we going to talk
Oh,
about?
I have a great joke, but I just don't know if I should say it on the air now.
Maybe we'll talk about
Talk
it,
about it. If it's good, we'll come back with
and
it.
we'll come back
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So talk about baseball. Why is baseball important to you? I know your son plays competitive, hardcore.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
Well, I did it as a kid. Most of us did it as a kid. I'm all for team sports. I actually think that a lot of what's going on in the world could have been.
Can I tell you something about me in baseball as a kid?
Sure.
I stunk. I couldn't play baseball or basketball worth the flip. I was all in.
Yeah.
And I was hardcore.
But it just wasn't your talent.
Dude, oh no.
Was there a little Boudreaux? Like maybe that was the problem.
I got, seventh grade football picture. I had some hair.
I did too.
Dude, it was long. And then we used sun in.
Oh yeah.
And so it kind of lightened it up.
Yeah.
I was the pretty little boy.
That's real manly. I like it.
So go back to baseball, man.
So no, but anyway, I played it as a kid. And
Hey, how y'all doing out there, Rockets Cat? Thanks for walking by.
I did enjoy it as a kid myself, and I don't know. I wish I could have pursued it more. I actually tried out for the Arizona Diamondbacks when they were expanding. It was a really cool experience. But my 11-year-old now, he played for a couple of years, and right as he was starting to reach that transitional year where they're starting to learn a lot and develop, he broke his arm and he kind of lost interest, and because he lost the whole season, he got right behind. And even Little League, it's just so competitive at an early age now. And my 8-year-old, he is just really, he's got it. And his team, and they're the Conroe Chaos Select team, which is they're really good. Their first year as a 7U team, they got ranked 4th in the nation and 1st in the state for the AA, and then got bumped up. But these kids are so close to being able to turn double plays and all that stuff. My kid's a catcher, and he caught his first over the plate, like foul ball up. It only went about 12 feet in the air, and he was able to get that mask off and get under it and catch it. And he's just fired up. And so, being someone who's been chasing dreams his whole life, seeing them have that interest at an early age and being able to just I'm not a coach, but our coach is very good about letting the parents be involved as much as we want to be. But just to be a part of it and cheer for your kids, and it's a whole different level of parenting. Usually the parenting is, I told you to pick that up, eat your breakfast. It's more of that than anything. Or it's, hey, you're cuddling on the couch watching movies. But when you really you're rooting for your kid, it's a whole new feeling for me. And I don't know, it brings out a different side of me, different part of dadism, And so watching them grow and do all that was just really cool. And next year they'll probably be able to go to a Little League World Series type game.
Wow.
And all that good stuff. And it's gonna be a fun year. So my older son, he's into a lot of stuff. He likes the multimedia stuff, and he wants to be a YouTube vlogger and all that. And as long as my kids commit, I don't care what they chase. I'll help them as much as I can as long as they're committed to it. But it can't be this one week and this next week. And you gotta, if you're gonna say that's what you want to do, you're doing it. You're not quitting mid-season or whatever. So, and it's working out. They're both very creative, both different. And me being we'll call it a full-time musician or stay-at-home dad, whichever one you want to choose. I get to really be a part of that and help them grow and develop and chase whatever dreams they want to chase, and it's really fun. So that's it. That's all I got about baseball. Except that the Astros are really awesome and kicking butt, and they need to pick up their game, though, because they're taking it a little easy lately. But
So
it'll be all right.
they have all these concerts down there. When are they going to call you to do a concert?
I don't know. I've played Minute Maid Park a couple times, but usually it's for college stuff.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Was that pretty cool playing in a stadium that big?
Yeah, it was cool. We weren't on the field. We were off to the side, the left field foul pole. There's a big area right there, and we've gotten to play there. We've done some street parties on opening day before, and it's a blast. Yeah, staying inside a stadium where it echoes around, it's really cool. You gotta wear special monitors.
It's
and stuff.
probably pretty hard to stay in tune if you don't have something like that, huh?
Yeah, you definitely gotta have some in-ear monitors for that because it echoes.
All right, we're going to take a quick little break. It's going to be 30 seconds, not 30 minutes, Eric Estes, okay? Or 60 seconds, but we'll be back. And Josh, when we come back, what are we going to talk about next?
Man, I don't know.
Okay,
Jokes,
we're
maybe.
gonna find out about your jokes. See if you're a good comedian.
I'm not a comedian. I am a comedian. It's all in the.
Hey, look, wave at the girl right there. Hi, how you doing? Yeah,
I was hoping
Folks,
you'd go
this
right
is
to break
insane.
when I
We
said
got
that.
people, we got people all around coming by and looking in the windows and stuff. We're getting popular, Josh.
We are.
Is it because Jake is single?
Because you're wearing a thong today.
Yeah.
Oh.
I do not know what's going on with my dudes today. This is Nathan
want
Arizati
funny.
and Montgomery County Lifestyle does not know what these guys are drinking. Hey, folks, you listen to Montgomery County Lifestyle with Nathan Arizati on Lone Star Community Radio, and we'll be right back.
Don't miss Lone Star Community Radio on TV and YouTube. Our talk show and music shows are featured on Our City TV, Suddenlink Channel 12, and have their own YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe to keep up with posted shows and comment on them below the video.
All right, folks, we are back. You're listening to Montgomery County Lifestyle with Nathan Arizati. I got a crazy dude on the show today. Josh Fuller
What's up?
is with us. Jake the engineer is usually just the engineer. I mean, he's more than just the engineer, but I mean, he has become such a part of this show today. So it's pretty cool. So, okay, folks, disclaimer here. Lone Star Community Radio, Nathan Arizati, Montgomery County Lifestyle, is not responsible for this joke. It's not dirty. It's not dirty, but it's a Josh Fuller joke. And it all goes back to Jake the engineer talking about bunny hugging. I do not know if that's going to be an Olympic sport. I do not know if that's even legal. And
Jake's going to be selling bunny hugging stickers after the show.
that may not be legal in Texas. Bunny hugging.
I might start a hashtag buddy hugging.
All right, we can make some money. Go next door to Brandon and get ticked.
World peace.
Okay, you tell the joke, and I'm going to see if that name's available, and we're going to make T-shirts.
All right. This lady has 2 rabbits, and they both die by some mysterious accident. So she takes them to the taxidermist, and she says, "I want to keep these bunnies forever. What can you do?" And he goes, "Well, I can certainly stuff them, but do you want them mounted?" She says, "No, just holding paws will work."
Oh,
Oh,
it's one of those stupid ones that just tickles you the right
Yeah.
way. It's
dear
like-
Lord, please forgive us, because we don't know what they do. All righty. BunnyHugger.com can be bought for 12 monthly payments of $200.
Wow.
Or you can buy it right now for $2,395.
Good grief. That's
expensive.
expensive.
Somebody
JoshFullerBand.com is for sale for $50. Man, I just need gas money.
Oh, can you believe that? Bunny Hugger. Somebody already bought Bunny Hugger. They're probably paying $5 a year for it.
You know who it was.
Ah, you did it.
He's over there on the break. He was like, "What's your PayPal account?"
Well, they probably thought some company was going to come buy it. Some magazine company.
Okay, we got to. Eric, I'm sorry. Candace, if you're listening, your show is going to be class tomorrow. Candace Estes is coming on, and she's going to be talking about retirement community that she's director of, elder care, older folks stuff. It's going to be pretty cool because we all have parents. Mm-hmm. Hopefully, most of us still have them. And there's going to come a time when we have to make some hard decisions, or they're going to have to make some hard decisions.
Those aren't easy decisions.
So it's going to be awesome. So you got to tune in tomorrow from 11 to 12, Josh.
Okay, I will tune in
Where are you going to tune in at?
on the Lone Star Radio app, probably.
There
It's
you
an app,
go.
right? Yeah.
It's an app. There you go. He's good. All right. So, Josh,
Yes, sir.
what's next? What's next in your life? Because we've only got 2 minutes.
In my life, not next. In my life is opening for a street party for BJ Thomas on Saturday. We got a couple other shows coming up, little acoustic stuff. If you're out in the Tomball area and more, I always host an open mic on Thursday nights, and it's mostly acoustic. I prefer songwriter stuff, but whatever. Just come out and play guitar. You can play my guitar if you want. I've got a couple. Actually, a 13-year-old girl comes out and sings, and she kills some Miranda Lambert. Let me tell you.
Wow.
And she's come every week since I've started doing it. She's getting better every time. So come out just for that. She may be the next big deal. You never know. But that's at the Empty Glass there in Tomball. So that's cool. And
How can they find you? How can they find information about you?
JoshFullerBand.com, which it's not really for sale. And Facebook, of course, the Josh Fuller at Twitter. I'm on Instagram too. I was on Snapchat. I I guess I still am, but I don't use it. So yeah, just find me wherever you can find me. My truck, actually, I have those Texas music plates on them. So if you see my name, just wave. I don't care. You know,
It's a big old black Toyota Tundra, isn't it? Mm-hmm. It's like a big old. He got a Tommy gun in that truck.
250,000 miles strong.
What if I want to get some of your woodwork?
Well, we're working on that.
Because
I'm working on getting woodworking done, and I'm going to get a website and all that. But seriously, if you right now, what I'm doing, I'm making church pew type benches for your entryways and dining areas and stuff. And you can pre-order those. I posted a link on my Facebook. I'll do a little bit better job as I get more organized. But I want to get some more inventory up before I really roll out the business idea. But I can do church pews for you, no problem. I still got those plans handy.
And
I
that's
can
cool
make the
because you
rustic-
can't find those old ones all the time like you want.
Right.
It's a cool looking thing.
Well, what I did was, it was a special request. I did one that had it was raw. She wanted me to build the bench, but she wanted to paint it her way and put the finishing touches on it. So and that's better for me because I actually like the more you work. You gotta really be careful how you say this. The more you do woodworking, the more you start to appreciate grains and textures and the colors and all that stuff, and you don't really want to slap paint and stain all over it. You want it to be as natural as possible. And so for me as a woodworker, I get the satisfaction of doing that, and then I can sell it to somebody else, and they want it painted to match their colors of their house and all that. That's great, because what I think is antique white and what you think is antique white are two different whites. So you can't just say, oh, I want it in these colors, and it come out exactly right. So it's actually better for me to sell it raw and let you paint it, you know. But I'll do whatever. I'm kind of a I got a new method I was going to tell y'all about, but I have a new motto that I'm going to follow. Always selling something. I'll let you figure out what the acronym is, but that's what I am, and that's what I do.
Yeah, folks, he is, and he does. And just an update, bunnyhugger.com is for sale for $2,395. However, bunnyhugger.org is available for $13.99
What about
a year.
Hug a Bunny?
We don't have time to go there.
Okay. No, that's
If you want to
I
hug a
think
bunny, that's between you and Jake.
Hugh Hefner owns that side.
Yeah,
of
that's between you and Jake when this is done. You can hang around and talk sports with him at 1:00.
I know. Well, I could hang around, but I don't know much about sports. Not the good parts of sports. I can sit there and tell you, woo, he hit that ball far. It reminds me of a joke, though. And there was, I forget, some golfer said it. It's not a joke. It's a quote. And I can't remember the name of the golfer that said it. But he said, or no, it was a baseball player who said it. He said, no, I don't want to play golf. I want to play baseball. When I hit a ball, I want somebody else to go get it.
Okay, well, listen, we'll be leaving here. So, Josh, thanks for being here.
My pleasure.
Josh Fuller on Facebook, joshfullerband.com, Josh Fuller on Facebook. Josh Fuller Band on Facebook? Or do
Josh
you-
Fuller. It might just be Josh Fuller or Josh Fuller Music on Facebook.
I think it's music. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here, dude. Appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Can't wait to see you Saturday,
I'll
6
be
to
here.
7:30.
Be here with a
Crichton
raincoat.
Theater.
Yeah, Crichton Theater.
CrichtonTheater.org. Saturday.
BJ Thomas.
Yeah.
Josh Fuller. Lone Star Radio.
Theater.org.
CrichtonTheater.org.
Folks, Nathan Ayers, Adam Montgomery County Lifestyle, Lone Star Community Radio, thanking you again for your support of this station, of me. Thank you for supporting my family through this walk that we're going through. Now, if you know Cam Hutchins, if you knew his family, and if you didn't know him but you wanted to just know about a great man, say a prayer for his family. Cam will miss you. Vicky, we're all here for you. Today was for you, lighthearted and fun, because there's going to be days when you need that. We'll see you. Come back to Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, and I'm just kind of blabbing. I don't know where my brain is. We'll see you guys.
Thanks for checking out this podcast of Lone Star Community Radio, Montgomery County's community radio station. If you enjoyed this recording, make sure to check out our past shows online at irlonestar.com or their respective video or podcast formats on YouTube, Google Play, or iTunes. If you have any questions regarding the show, either it being about sponsorships or questions for the host, contact the station manager at dick@irlonestar.com or call the station at 936-647-3776. This show is recorded in downtown Conroe, Texas at the Lone Star Community Radio Studios, and Lone Star Community Radio reserves all rights to this recording and images.